Hello, my star family. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new here, my name is Petra and welcome to Rockin' with the Stars. We are so happy to have you join the star family because we are what? Blessed and highly favored over here. And if you believe that as well, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And also share to all the people you know are blessed and highly favored. All right, now let's get right into it with Star Shit of the Day. All right, y'all. So for Star Shit of the Day, I really want to go ahead and start off with I watched this video. I don't know if y'all know Goddamn Zoe, his story, and I thought I recorded one of his other videos that he posted of Kanye. But I did not. I only recorded the second video that he recorded, so I'm gonna post it on here for y'all to see. And I feel like that should just start us all out. The Kanye video that he had on his story. And I'm sorry, let me back up. You don't know Goddamn Zoe. He is a comedian. He's all around. Like, I can't even just classify him as just a comedian. Like, he's just an all around beautiful soul, like, of expression. You know, like, he does Messy Mondays and, you know, tell people, like, what's going on in this whole 3D realm with these celebrities. And then he does like the Dancing on the Pole on Fridays. But overall, he's just an entertainer, I should say. I'll just classify him as an entertainer. He does so many of those kind of videos. I'll put it on the screen for you guys to look at his page and stuff like that. If you don't follow him, go ahead and follow him. Like, and he just makes sure to, like, yeah, he can make y'all laugh and stuff like that, but he also wants y'all to remember, like, it be God. Like, it really be God. You know, like, without God, how can you flourish? You feel me? So that's why I want to start off with this video that he had posted on his story. The Kanye video that he posted, it was also like about, like, I feel like the Kanye video was different because he was talking about how, you know, sometimes we're in a season where we don't have that relationship with the divine, you know, and now when you come into that season with that relationship with the divine, you look back and you're like, damn, how did I go all this time without having this, you know, without having discernment, without having, you know, the path in order to see, like, that I'm going on the right path, without having that confirmation, you know. And so he was just like, yeah, like, I do this for the guy. Like, I fuck all that other stuff, you know, because I do not want to have all of these things without having a soul. So that's what he was touching on. I was trying to find it. I could not find it for you guys, but y'all know the gist. Like, that's the message. So he posted a Kanye one. Then right after, he posted this one that I'm going to play right now.
Your power to be an individual is a problem to demoniacs because God is against cloning. When you are able to embrace the full scope of your identity without trying to be like anybody else, but you are comfortable in your own skin, knowing that you don't fit in, knowing everybody ain't gonna feel you, knowing that your real friends are few, that's when you know I am a creator.
Woo! Okay, like, listen. I have to talk about that because I was just like, y'all. In this world, the people that be knowing who the fuck they are, and if you haven't watched my video, go ahead and go back to the past and watch my Know Thyself video because I talk on and on about that. But I just felt like that was just something because I already told y'all in my last reading about how we need to be setting our boundaries. And yes, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to do, but it's just like, y'all gotta go ahead and do it, because if you're somebody who knows who you are as an individual and you set them boundaries, not everybody is gonna like those boundaries that you have in set, you know, that you have in place, you know, because a lot of people, some people like taking advantage of those people who just have one, open availability, or just like, you can do whatever you want, it's all in your hands. No, bitch, it's not all in your hands. You are your own person. You are a creator. This is about you, your reality. You create your reality. You feel me? So you have to remember your power. Remember who the fuck you are. And I feel like that's just a beautiful thing to start off with. Because yes, like that is so so important. And you gonna have, being on this path of like knowing who you are, you gonna have very few friends, you gonna have very few people who like who really don't like you, you know, and you're gonna have few people who do like you. You're gonna have those people who are intimidated by you knowing who the fuck you are. But it's just like it's up to you to still put your foot down and set them boundaries. And I feel like that's kind of like how it all led me here to in this moment. Cause I was just like, it's been it's been that season of setting those boundaries. And if I don't set it in this 3D realm, baby, basically I'm gonna have a dream about it. So I definitely had a dream about me setting each boundary that I needed to set in place in this 3D realm. Like, and I was just like, one was definitely the job that I have now, because I was like, I walked in there and wanted part time, so I'm like, I don't need to be working full fucking shifts every fucking day. So I set my boundaries then, and now like the schedule is working in my advantage. Like, okay, I'm able to do that, you know, like that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm able to compromise with that a little bit, and it's better. Like, I can have more energy to pour here, so I can be consistent with you guys, you know, and still be responding to you guys' comments, which I absolutely adore, y'all. Okay. But not only that, with other commitments that I set in place before this became, you know, a blow up kind of thing. And I was just like, okay, hold on. I need to take a step back. I need to take a moment, and I need to prioritize a lot of the things that's in my life, in my personal life, in my business life, my work life, you know, all of that. And I feel like that's so important, because you have to have those conversations. And like, it's so crazy how the things that are in our subconscious mind, in order for us to go ahead and tackle those conversations and like just go ahead and just have them, if you don't get them done, it's going to constantly remind you, like, whether it's through that person or whether it's in your dreams, like, I'm going to say this, that, and the third. Like, I was literally legit having conversations in my dreams about the people, like, to the people that I needed to talk to in this 3D realm. And I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, this needs to come into reality instead of staying into my own head. Because 9 times out of 10, it's really just your, you know, imagination of it being more than it actually is, you know? Like, you can think the situation is way more than what it is, and it's just like, no, like, just have that conversation, because you can't just go in life assuming how other people will take it, you know, or how other people will like receive you setting your boundaries. Not everybody is an unhealed version and aren't able to accept the fact that you have boundaries that you need to have in place, you know. I've gone through both sides. I've gone through the people who did not like me setting those boundaries, and I appreciate those people as well, because they showed me discernment. Like, it heightened my discernment as well, because it was just like, okay, now I know if I set my boundaries and a person has a problem with it, you as a person that was taking advantage of me being in a season where I didn't have any boundaries. So now that I set those boundaries, it's like, oh, I'm not able to control you anymore. Oh, I'm not able to guilt trip you. I'm not able to manipulate you anymore, because you know who the fuck you are, and you know what you're not going to put up with and what you are going to put up with, you know, like those kind of things. So it's like, you have to be in this world as an individual. Like, there's nobody else that's gonna be holding your hand in this thing called life. Like, it's up to you. If you allow things to happen and you don't sit right with them, it's another post that's coming to mind that I gotta find, because I just saw it just now, and I was just like, look at God, like confirming everything that I'm talking about right now. The post says, stop accepting things you are really not okay with. Respect the boundaries you have set to create the best version of yourself. And that's just period. Like, if you're on this channel and you've been watching my videos, you're gonna get these kind of like lessons in order to upgrade. Like, we are evolving into our best versions of ourselves. So it's like, we have to do that work in order to become the best versions of ourselves, you know. Like, setting those boundaries is one of those lessons that we have to go through. Like, and that's just, it's very much needed, because if you get to the top and you allow external things to like weigh you down and drain you, like, You allow somebody else, you allow your life to be on somebody else's time, and it's just like, no, like, then you're not going to be able to have gratitude when you're at that top. You're going to be like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. I have to pay for this. I got to do this, that. Like, it's just too much. How are you able to stay in a state of gratitude when you're worried about everybody else that's around you, and you're not able to sit in and acknowledge everything that you've gotten at this point, and like sit in that gratitude and accept everything, that accept where you've come from, where you've been to where you are now? How are you able to, if you're thinking about all these other things and all these other moving pieces that doesn't even matter? So I really hope like that last reading got y'all to like set those boundaries and have those tough conversations to like, loved ones or friends or whatever, like bosses, whatever, so you can set that tone for the future things, that comes up, and it'll be easier and easier the next time, things come up. Because when I tell you, I had relief after setting those boundaries that I need to set, because I was just like, I don't need nobody to have expectations over my life, period. Like, that goes for anybody. Like, I'm gonna wake up one morning, I'm gonna feel like doing something. The next day, I'm probably not gonna feel like doing that. And that's gonna be okay. I give myself grace. So I don't need to be expecting grace from everybody around me. It just is what it is. You feel me? So yeah, and it's so important. Like, I do what I'm passionate about. I show up when I'm 100%. I'm not going to show up if I'm not all in, and that's just period. And I have to have that conversation as well. And I feel like that's so important, because that's doing a disservice to me if I'm not being my 100 authentic self. Like, and I show up and it's just like, okay, I allowed this to drain me because I showed up out of obligation and not out of my actual interest. And I feel like that's something that's so big. Like, look at the things that you putting your energy to. Is it something that you have to do out of obligation, or is it something that you actually have interest in doing? Look at that, and you can make a list, and you can see, okay, what are the things that I'm doing out of obligation, and what are the things that I'm actually doing out of interest? If your obligation list is way longer than your interest list, there's a problem. You feel me? So yeah, I had to come and tell y'all, and I'm like, I'm glad for the Star Family Game. I'm glad that, I have more audience members to take some of the advice that I've been having, because I'm a person that, like, I'm big on giving people advice, even if it's unwarranted. And I'm like, I be trying not to, but it's just like, I'm a person, I say things out of love, and depending on how the person receives it, like, I'm sorry, I'm a passionate person. Like, a fire sign, like, I have fire mostly in me. You feel me? Like, and I drive off of passion. I drive off of, pure love. So it's like, I'm going to tell you the things that you may not want to hear. You're not going to appreciate it in this moment, but later on, you're going to look back and you'll be like, damn, she did tell me this, and that's for a reason. And me being somebody who moves off of, being a vessel from the divine, best believe I tell you something, and it's because it's something that you actually do need to hear. You feel me? Because the divine gave me that message in order to relate to you, period. So if you decide to take whatever I tell you personally, then I feel like that is a you thing. It's not a me thing, because like, if you're taking it personally and not out of just like, okay, she's telling me this out of love, like, let me just go ahead and take heed to what she said, and let me just use it, use it to better grow me, into the person that I want to become. You feel me? If you take it in that kind of way, then you're taking it like a pro, period. Like, because I'm a person, I allow people to tell me exactly what you need to tell me. Like, I don't take critiques personally at all. If somebody tells me something, it's just like, okay, it's one of two things. One, it could be out of, okay, you're jealous. And I can know the two. I'm not going to think everybody is just like jealous or intimidated or anything like that. Or you're not telling me shit out of love. But I'm able to discern, because I give advice out of love. So I'm able to see if somebody is telling me something out of love or out of fear. And there's a difference, because there's people who want to like you know, stop my shine and want to say like, okay, but you need to calm down. Like, I see that you're powerful and yada, 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 but you need to calm down and allow somebody else to, you know, take the baton. And it's like, no, bitch. No, bitch. I see what you're doing. You're scared. You're scared of my potential because you know my potential is infinite, and I know I got the world in my fucking hands, and that's just period. So those kind of people I'm able to discern, but the people that actually want to genuinely give me advice and give me a critique, I accept it with open arms, because it's like, we don't know everything, and I'm not a person that moves around knowing everything. So it's like, it's all things that we can learn, you know. So if I be telling people, like, even around me in my circle, I'm like, hey, if I'm coming off as like, you know, too, like, you know, too aggressive, let me know, because it's not my intention. My intention is not to come off too aggressive. I'm just passionate, and I'm say things out of love. And love is not like, love and kindness, love and niceness is two different things. Because if I say things out of niceness, it'll be things that I'll sugarcoat it in a way for it can be fitting for you to receive it. And it's just like, no, bitch, I'm not that kind of friend. You feel me? I'm not that kind of friend, okay? At all. Like, I'm not going to be the one to tell you the things that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the things that you need to hear, period. And I've always been that way. And that's just the individual that I am. Me knowing who the fuck I am. Because me walking around this journey of life, I wanted people like me, but I wasn't getting people like me. I was getting people that was telling me things out of kindness. And it's just like, no, tell me what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I need you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. What am I saying wrong? That's why it took me so long for me to understand and put myself in other people's shoes, because the way my mouth used to be crazy, y'all, okay? Like, it used to be crazy. I cannot lie, y'all. Like, I didn't have any filter. Like, as a child, I was saying whatever that came out of my mouth. Like, I didn't have time to process the things that I was saying. It was just, boop, I say, just say things like out of observation, you know? And I was just saying, I did not take anybody else's feelings into consideration or anything like that. And I went a long time doing that until I got sat the fuck down by the divine, and they had to put a bully in place in order for me to understand, like, the things that you say and how you say it, they matter, you know? So that's why I say, like, it's so important, like, to, one, know who the fuck you are, and two, express yourself, express your emotions and stuff like that, but deliver it in a way where it is out of love. And I'm not saying like it has to be like sugar coated, because that's out of kindness, but out of love, like, hey, I'm just telling you as a friend, I'm as this and that. Set those boundaries as well, because that's what we're talking about, setting those boundaries and setting that intention, like, before you talk to the person that to the people that you need to talk to when it comes to setting those boundaries. Because I know those conversations, it can be tough to have, but it's like, it's so much needed to have those conversations, just so, like, you'll get a better understanding from that person, and they'll get a better understanding from you as well. So yeah, but y'all go ahead. Don't be scared, y'all. Please set those boundaries, because it's so important. Because this whole thing is about you teaching them how to treat you. And if you're accepting things that you're not okay with, you're teaching them a false version of you. You feel me? So it's like, know who the fuck you are, and tell those people who the fuck you are as well. Show those people who the fuck you are. Don't paint them a better version or a nicer version of you. No. If they can't accept the good and the bad versions of you, they're not a friend. They're not a true friend at that. Because we do not want to be out here trying to, like, you know, trying to, like, water ourselves down in order for it to be, like, acceptable for them to receive us. And it's just like, no, like, I'm a show up as I am, period. I'm not gonna change myself for nobody. And I'll be making that clear to anybody that's around me. I'm be mindful of your feelings and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna change me to be better digestible for you, period. And I don't want y'all to do the same as well. But let's get right into this. Star cards of the day. I miss you guys. It is Saturday. And Lord knows, I was too excited for Saturday. And I know next week is going to be better, because, you know, my schedule it's a lot more I'm able to, you know, handle as far as, like, being able to ground myself in nature and then prepare myself to going in and taking care of kids. So yeah. All right, Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? If I get a calm one again, I'm gonna be like, okay, do we need to do a little woo-saw session? Do we need to do some meditation? Because why are y'all not calm? All right, y'all. So yeah, let's see. All right, so the first one that came out, it says, I am doing the best I can. I am enough. Period. And that's just period. That goes for anything. Like, y'all, I can't stress that enough. And don't mind my nail, y'all. Like, these press-ons, I be tired. Wait till I get my bag. Okay? Like, these gonna be done acrylics, you know? But anyways, but yeah, it's like you are doing the very best that you can. You are enough. And I feel like that's something that you have to constantly reiterate to yourself, because we can be caught up in this 3D realm, you know, comparing and contrasting other people's lives, you know, from social media and stuff like that. And you like, oh, I'm this age and I don't have everything all together like this person does that I see on social media. Y'all, do not pay attention to nothing that's going on this social media, because the way it can be falsified through, you know, other people's lens and stuff like that. No, like, you are doing the best that you can, okay? You have to remember that you are enough. Like, look at things, look at how far you've come. You know, like, your 11-year-old self did not think that you could have a house or have the things that you have now, you know, like a car, a job, like, that you fucking love, you know. Look at those things, because it's like, it's so easy to harp on the negative things, the things that are not working out, like, oh, I have bills to pay, or I have to pay school, or I have to this and that, like, I have all of these things, I don't have room to do this and that. And it's just like, you're allowing the negatives to outweigh the positives that you have in life. When you remember that you are doing the best that you can with what you've got, and you are enough, the shit is limitless. Like, don't worry about what a fucking bank account looks like. Like, I'm a person, like, you would never know. Like, because I don't wear what I don't have on me. You feel me? Like, you would never know my account is on negative or this, that. Like, no, because it's just like, I'm not defined by my bank account. I'm not defined by what I don't have. That does not define me. I know I'm an abundant person. So it's like, I'm not going to allow limited beliefs, you know, dictate what, like, who I am as a person. I know I'm abundant. I know, like, my bank account is through divine. So it's an overflow. It's limitless. It never runs out. So what are you talking about? I'm not looking at what the fuck my bank account looking like. You feel me? That shit don't matter. I know I'm enough, and I know I'm doing the best that I can. And through Divine's eyes, they see that shit too. Period. So then the second one that came out, it says, I have so much to offer the world. And that is so true. Because I definitely do have so much to offer. Like, one, being love, like, everything, like, the way my heart, it's just like a unlimited amount of love. Like, what? Like, I have so much to offer the world, and you have to feel that same way as well. You know, like, yes, we can go through this, you know, these kind of jobs and stuff like that, and it can feel like, you know, I'm just drained. I don't have anything else to offer. Like, it's just nothing. It's out of my control. Like, no, there's a limitless amount of things that you have to offer the world. It don't have to be money. It don't have to be materialistic shit. It can be time, energy, love, showing up. Like, you feel me? Like, you have so much to offer the world. Do not cut it short over the shit that's going on in this 3D realm. Because that shit doesn't matter. You were meant to be here. So please, that's why I say, like, please keep going. Like, you might not figure out what it is that you have to offer the world right now, but it's going to come. your purpose will come. You will see why, okay, this is why I was chosen to come here on earth. All right, let me light this sandalwood real quick. And you already know sandalwood is about wisdom. So we love lighting my incense. That's my favorite smell of incense. All right, hopefully it stays lit because lately it just haven't been staying lit like I wanted to. But let's get it on with the affirmation cards. All right, Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Let me get one more, Spirit. All right. Let me get that one. All right, so the first one that came out says, today I am focused. Today I will be productive and feel good about doing the hard work that I need to do. Period. And I feel like that's more so like yes, today, I'm gonna say today is my resting period. But as far as focus on like y'all like and staying consistent, but it's just like that's not a thing that I'm I'm ever overthinking. It's just like I'm like, yeah, I wanna talk to my star family. It's been a minute, especially having this whole week where I was just from Wednesday until Friday, which felt like longer actually. But I was just like, dang, like I've just been mostly present. So I haven't really been, you know, sitting in and like watching, you know, looking on my social media or anything like that, which I really appreciate that as well. But yeah, so like I feel like these past few days I've been like just focused on that, like, you know, being present with the kids and the children and stuff. But I'm like, as far as being focused today, me and being focused, I feel like I'm more focused on my productive will be me grounding outside in nature because it's been a minute since I sat in my backyard. And I feel like that's so important for y'all to do. And now I'm going to be able to incorporate that coming these next few weeks. I'm happy about that because I missed it. And yes, I was walking and stuff like that. So I was still in nature, but it was just like, no, it's something about just sitting down and, you know, taking the environment and not having to go anywhere, just sitting down, being, you know, just being in gratitude and being in receiving mode and looking for those signs and confirmations that you get from the universe. Like, yeah. So for me, take it how it resonates. I know for me, I ain't about to be working and productive like that. Okay, this is my chill day. But for you guys, yes. Say for example, it's like a project or something like that. I feel like even in this season, it's about like finishing those projects that you might have, and staying focused about like your end goal. Like yes, like that is something that you should definitely do. You know, I know it's Saturday, but like whenever you guys get this, y'all might get this today as well. So, yeah, like think about those projects that you might have not finished, whether that's for your business or just for like a personal thing. Like, you know, stay focused on that and remember like why you even started in the first place. I feel like during this time, like of me sitting in my backyard, I know I'm gonna receive those downloads and yeah, like still pour into the things that I wanted to create because us being creators, like I feel like that's something that we should never stop doing. You know, we came here to create, you know, and I literally had a dream about me saying this in my dream and I was just like, no, we came here on earth to manipulate energy. Like we are creators. We need to be creating. So yeah, just stay focused on why, like your why. Why are you doing this? Why is it that you want to be productive and why you want to stay on track? Find out your why, and then you won't even it won't even seem like you are doing hard work. You're just doing what you love. Period. All right. And then the second one that came out, it says, Today I believe. Today I will see the miracles and love surrounding me. How crazy it is that I didn't even read this. And I was already telling you guys that I will be outside, sitting down in my backyard, just looking at nature. I'm going to be paying attention to all the animals that come to visit. You know, like I've been seeing a lot of butterflies lately. And y'all know how I feel about, like, you know, butterflies, dragonflies. Those are like signs of transformation and stuff like that. And even on my walks to go to work, I just be looking at all the butterflies just be popping up out of nowhere. So yeah, like we are in that transformative state, like that stage. I feel like that never stops. Like it's a constant kind of cycle that we go through. We go in the cocoon and come out as a butterfly. We go in the cocoon, come out as a butterfly, because it's like different chapters, you know, where we have to like learn those lessons that we need to learn and prepare us into the next season. So if you're having like a chill Saturday and it's not work related, you're not working hard, go ahead, make sure this is that time of belief. Like you have believe in the miracles, believe that magic is possible, you know, because it's all around you. If you just take a second to, like, you know, take in what you see around you, and feel free to like look on Google and see like what the meaning, the spiritual meaning behind whatever animals you see, whether it's a ladybug, it's a dragonfly, it's a bee, it's a butterfly, whatever it is, because miracles and love are literally surrounding you. And I feel like that's so important. But yeah, so let's see what this one says. And sorry if my voice sounds a little harsh. I don't know. Like, I be having dreams about me losing my voice, and then I wake up and it be sounding like this sometimes. So I don't know. Okay, I really don't know. All right, Spirit. But what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? All right. Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Just flipped over. Let me get one more card. All right. So the first one that came out says, I am surrounded by positive people who bring out the best in me. Period. Y'all. I feel like that is the key, y'all. That is one of the keys to having a more fulfilled life. You have to look at the people that is surrounding you. You do not need people who are jealous and envious of you and low-key competing with you that is surrounding you. Like, I was around that kind of energy and I was not flourishing. Imagine if I was still in that energy, like, imagine, and my YouTube channel started popping up like it is now, like, child, that person would have been wishing me ill intent, like trying to take my shit down. Like, that's crazy. So I'm glad I'm in a space where I do have discernment and I'm able to see like the people that is surrounding me and keep them where I need them to be, you know, like place them where they need to be, you know. They don't need to know too much, you know, or stuff like that. Like, I don't have those kind of people where it's just like I can tell like this person is like low-key competing with me and like low-key jealous and envious of me. And if that kind of person is around me, especially now that I'm like working at a job, which I haven't gotten that kind of energy from them, but it's just like those kind of things you kind of don't know yet until like time goes by. It's inevitable to like be surrounded by just positive people, you know. Like, this world welcomes everybody. It's the good and the bad, you feel me? But it's important to place them where they need to be, because they don't need to be around you in your close circle, period. You know, give them enough, but not everything. But yeah, like, be surrounded by those people that bring positive energy to you, and they bring out the best in you. They bring out that comfortability in you. You're able to express yourself. You don't need to water yourself down, or you don't need to like overthink how they're gonna receive, you know, what you say and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, it's just flowing. Like, you know, they bring out the best in you. You don't have to like say just enough in order to like not hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. It's all love, like, you know. And so that's why I said like this is so important. And then the next one that came out says, I believe in my ability to figure things out, period. Okay, let me tell y'all, that's how I got here. That is how I got here. Okay, y'all, I was on some, I said, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I know the divine gonna give me, they gonna place somebody in my path that's gonna give me the answer or give me the key to the next thing, and yada yada yada. Like, y'all, I believe that. I walk by faith. So it's like I have, like, that's just like a, it's like I breathe belief. Okay, like, you can tell me anything, it could be a lie, bitch, I'm gonna believe it, because it's like, why would I think like you're lying? Like, who am I to like to say, oh, this did not happen to you, you know? Or because why would I think? I'm always first to believe. Like a child, you know how a child like literally you can tell them stories, like they'll believe anything. And that's how I am. That's why people can, they be thinking that I'm like, I'm so oblivious and stuff like that. But it's just like, and so what? Like, oblivious, it used to be taken as a, it can be used to be taken as a negative connotation, but it's just like, I do not give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care to be deciphering if you're telling a lie or not. Bitch, that's too much energy. You feel me? I be believing, and this whole thing has been saying, like, you have to believe. Like, some people, they move on, believe, I only believe if I see it. No. Do you think, like, I would have gotten this far, especially with this channel, if I said, I gotta believe it, I have to see it before I can believe it? No. I believed it, period. That's the end of it. That's the end of the sentence. You feel me? And I figured it out. Like, y'all saw 2 months ago, my last video was like, okay, yeah, I quit my job and I'm gonna see what's up. Like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Something else landed into my lap. Like, this business with the Soul Portal with Juice Plus landed into my lap. And I'm literally figuring out the next steps as I'm going. I literally believe that will happen, and that's what happened. I created that to be my reality. I created my reality to be like a game, honestly. Like, okay, who is going to be the next person that comes across my path that gives me a riddle or something that I have to see how to get to the next level? And if you look at your life like that, because life is a game, literally, that person unlocks the next thing that you have to go through, and then that person will unlock the next thing, and then so on and so forth. Like, it's all a game, literally. And I was just like, okay, it's gonna be like a little treasure hunt in order for me to get to the finish line, in order for me to get to that treasure chest. And that is that chest of fulfillment, abundance, having everything I truly desired and more. But I put it in a way where, like, I know it's not going to be something that my present self now has ever seen. And that's okay. I still believe it's going to be something magical and out of this world, astronomical, whatever word you want to use. I knew and I know that's what it's going to be. And that's why I say, like, God is continuously to just feed me those, you know, little confirmations, little signs and synchronicities in order to tell me that I am going on the right path. Period. All right. Now let's start off with these tarot cards. I want to get, for this spread, I really just want to get 3. I don't want to get too much. I just want to see like the overall energy. So Spirit, just give me 3 cards, please. Because if y'all don't know, like, I just now started back with tarot. And that's why I'm using the Lyseer deck. Because, like, I look at the pictures and how it makes me feel. Like, I know people who watch tarot and stuff like that. y'all can like see the actual meaning for each one of the cards and stuff like that. And I do watch tarot for myself as well, but I go based off of like how it makes me feel in the illustration. So everybody reads, you know, tarot differently. So that's why I say please take it how it resonates and how it resonates to your life, you know. I feel like that's why all the readers say that, because not everything is gonna resonate. So I do want to just see an overall energy of the collective. So just give me three cards. Nothing too crazy. All right, Spirit, what are my listeners and viewers? What kind of energy they in right now? And get one more card, Spirit. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I can't make this up. This is given, y'all say I said 3 cards, but it's given past, present, and future. In the past, we have 3 of Swords. That's that hurt energy. Like, this person did this to me. Like, my life is in shambles. Like, life is just terrible. Like, it's all only in the negative. Present, what are we doing? We're growing the seeds that we already had in place. 7 of Pentacles came up in our last reading as well. And so look, it's literally like, okay, we're growing. Right now we're in that building stage, you know, consistently showing our seeds love and care, nurturing it. Then in the future, 9 of Pentacles. This is what we'll have. Look at the divine stepping in and like helping us with the pentacles that we will have in the future. Because we didn't get this far without God. Literally. Do y'all see, like, and it's so crazy, like, if you're still in this energy of the 3 of Swords, know that these are the next, look at the next steps. So probably after you like listen to this, you'll see like, okay, this is not what I'm destined for. I'm not only destined for heartbreak and pain. I feel like people have gotten too comfortable just accepting pain for what it is. And it's just like, no, things don't have to always be painful. Things don't always have to be end in heartbreak. That's the divine we did not come here on earth in order to just go through only trials and tribulations. No. We came here to create the life that we fucking dreamed of. The life that we always wanted. We're not supposed to stay in this energy. So it's like, if you're in this energy right now, I'm telling you, like, it's time. Like, that's over. That three of Swords kind of energy, that's over. It's time to build. It's time to build. Nurture those seeds, because it don't have to be a whole extravagant kind of thing. You've laid seeds up until this point, and you didn't even notice through the things that you say, through the things that you watch, and you like, oh shoot, I see myself doing that. That's a seed. Somebody give you an idea and like, oh shoot, like, wow, I never thought of it like that. That's a seed that you just put in the ground. Now think about all those things that you've received from other people, from you, from the divine. It's all the divine. Now it's time to nurture those seeds, because you have to do some work now. That's why I'm focused. Like, you have to do some work in order for it to grow. You see, he's manipulating the energy in order for it to grow. So if you're focused on what you would like to see, what you desire, your why are you doing this? Why are you waking up every morning to go to work, or whatever you're doing? Your why. this will be nothing. You'll be passionate about growing, nurturing, showing love and care to your seeds. So that when you get to this point, you're just like, look at her. She is happy. She's like, I did this. Look at all of these 9 of Pentacles. Abundance. Prosperity. I got this. I made it. All the hard work was not for nothing. All the hard work was not for nothing. I'm getting the fruits of my labor. I'm living the dream that I wanted. That 11-year-old me dreamt about. I'm living it right now. All right, y'all. So that's why I say please keep going, because, like, y'all, this is not no thing where you have to give up. No. Keep going. You're almost there at the finish line, literally. All right. So if you do have any questions for your spirit, well, for spirit, we're going to go ahead and answer that for you right now. So let's see. If you have any questions regarding a person, place, thing, whatever it may be, something that has been, you know, that has been only in your head. You haven't made it into this reality yet. You just kind of been contemplating over and over again. Go ahead. Have that question in your head right now. We're going to go ahead and answer it for you, okay? So, Spirit, answer any questions for my listeners and viewers right now, please and thank you. Answer any questions for my listeners and viewers right now, please and thank you. All right. So the first card that came out says forgiveness. That's the key right there. And honestly, I watched something and they were saying, like, with that word forgiveness, they was just like, forgiveness, it's not about forgiving. It's about you accepting, because forgiveness is what allows you to accept, which is the final outcome. Because people just stay at forgiveness, and I was just like, that makes a lot of sense, because it's so true. Like when they explained it, I gotta remember, I don't know where I listened to the video from, but I don't know, maybe me explaining it to you guys, it will be able for y'all to understand. But she was just saying, like, forgiveness is basically the vehicle that you use in order for you to accept it, because you first have to forgive in order to accept. But people just stay at forgiveness, but it's just like, it's doing a disservice to you if you're not actually forgiving the things that happen. Like, you're always in like a forgiving mood, but it's just like, no, the shit that they did bother you. It did make you feel some kind of way. You feel me? So it's just like, now if you accept what has happened and what they've done, that's a whole other ball game. You feel me? Like, now you're able to accept them for who they are and just place them where they're at. So now you're not at a place where it's ingenuine, because you accept it, because you're at a place where it's a neutral kind of energy. You're not wishing them bad. You're not wishing them love. It's just kind of like, I accept you for who you are. It is what it is. Period. And when you accept everything for what it is, and you accept the people, places, and things for what they've done, you know, in your life, then you'll get the answer, yes, to whatever question. Whatever question it might have been, the answer is yes. But what you do have to do is forgive. Then accept. Accept shit for what it is. Once you're in that, then you can remove the emotion from everything, because you don't want to make decisions based off of emotion. You feel me? If you're connected with your higher self, your higher self is not moving based off of emotion. No. It's based off of a knowing what's best for you and your soul. Take emotion out of the mix. Emotions is like a earthly kind of thing. Where we came from was source. Source is love. Like, that's just literally what it is. It's just love. So, but yes, you all, that is all I have for you guys today. If this message resonates, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And also share it to anybody you feel may need to hear this message right now. I will see you guys next time. Y'all stay flowing, glowing, and growing. Bye.